Hey friends, Kelly McClure, come on back. Hi guys, Kelly McClure, psychic medium. So nice to see you. So glad you're here. It has been a couple of years, hasn't it? Like crazy stuff. Please pop on and just really know that I'm going to try to do my best to get to as many people as possible, because I know that there are a lot of people in spirit coming through. I get it all day long. It's part of what people like me really deal with on a daily basis, that we kind of get bombarded and we need to learn super cool, like strict boundary energy to navigate that. But your loved ones have probably been here all day. So what I'm thinking they work out is, even if you don't get a reading, you're going to hear a message that applies to you, because they've all been talking. And it's like, okay, well, if you're the one who's going to come through, can you at least say this and this and this? So my loved one can also have a message. So I really want you to stay tuned and listen to all the messages, even if you don't particularly get an individual reading. And also, all of my readings are guaranteed. So if you do book a reading, you're going to get something that is really meaningful for you, and it's going to make sense. And if not, if you don't like it, you're not going to pay. So all my work is guaranteed. Not really sure where you're going to get that from another medium, but all my work is guaranteed. So tonight I'm doing spirit readings. I'm going to connect with your loved ones. The only thing that I need to know is their first name and relationship to you. Other than that, don't tell me anything. If I come through with information that's meaningful to you, it's really helpful if you come back on when you can and say, yep, that makes sense. But not in general terms. Please let us know specifically what made sense to you. So let's say I'm connecting with your, whatever, your dad, and he has red hair and glasses, and he drives a pickup truck, and he used to live in Montana. And then you come back and say, yeah. Like what? What about that made sense to you? Because here's the thing. Everybody else on here, they also want a reading. And if they can't get a reading, they're going to scrape the money to get together to book a reading, but they want to know whether or not it's real. So when you come back, be specific to validate what has come through that makes sense. Don't lie. Honestly, I'm over that. Like, don't say yeah, generalize. Say, yep, he had red hair, drove a pickup truck. Like, really be specific. And those of you who are hoping to get a reading and don't, obviously I can't get to everybody tonight. If you don't get a reading, please take this in as affirmation and confirmation that you should book something, and that spirit will help you come up with the money. So that's number one. All I need is the first name and relationship. That's it. And I'm not going to obviously be able to get to everybody. So stay tuned, because at the end, we're going to give a code where you can get a discount for your reading, personal. Again, completely guaranteed. So please don't bombard the feed with constant requests. Don't fair to everybody else. You'll just blog it up, and it's not going to help you get a reading. Believe me, if you're meant to get a reading tonight, you will. Spirit decides. I have nothing to do with it. It's all at random. Okay, so I love you all. I'm going to do the best I can do to help give you a reading tonight, and Spirit's in charge. So let's see where we go from here.
Oh, shoot. Okay, hang on a second.
Okay. So my manager, Lisa, is managing the feed, and it's a little bit
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Hang on.
So that's okay. Can I go with Marianne Sean?
Crazy.
No, I get it. Let me go back.
Okay.
Okay. So Karen Buckingham, oh, I love that name. Your mom, Margaret. And, I love this, Karen, because Mother's Day is coming up. So I'm going to ask for your mom, Margaret. Now I'm going to kind of just bulldoze on through with what I'm feeling. And I feel like she's here now. She told me she loved the bracelet that you gave her and that you did so much to try to honor her that other people just kind of bypass. So let's say you ordered extra flowers, which she loves. She loves the pink ones. And maybe you wanted her service to be a little bit bigger, and then other people were sort of, but you know what? She felt it, and you get it. And okay. I feel like she has either a brother or a sibling or possibly even one of your siblings that maybe she wasn't as close to, and she's telling me they love her energy. She's telling me, don't focus in on that so much, because she's sitting right here going like, what's important is what you want in your gifts. And green and pink, she showed me green and pink clothing. Okay. She also likes music, but it has to be kind of soft and maybe a little bit classic. Got it. And that she loves you so much. You're trying way too hard to please other people. That may due to your childhood feeling like you were the one who had to help everybody and help her and help. So she's kind of letting you off the hook a little bit, like, go enjoy yourself. Stop trying to please everybody. And yeah, your little signs are about music. I do have a weird feeling on the right side of my jaw that with my tooth that I think has to do with a tooth, like a issue. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to move on, but I want you to know if you're going to validate what came through, please be specific. Yes, the tooth makes sense. Yes. Everybody else wants to see the validation. So please come back with that. Okay. Go on. Okay. So, so Diana Elizabeth wants to connect with Vanessa. Let me get this bigger. Vesna. Okay. All right. So, go on. She loved everything that had to do with, got it. Like amusement parks, fun rides. Gosh, I kind of think she might even mean that she worked or ran or had to do with something that had to do with amusement parks. So she's riding rides. She's really happy. All right. I also want to say something about the number 9. And again, you guys, if you're getting a reading and it makes sense, please come back and let us know. So 9 could be September 9th of month. But I feel like she's super happy with a recent trip to something fun. A little bit of heavy energy around how she passed. Like, I just have to say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It wasn't my intention. Something like that. So, Diana, please let us know. Yeah, go ahead.
just said that the number 9 is important.
Okay. So please know that she really didn't intend to pass, but is also saying that she's sorry for something that contributed to her passing, and that she loves her family, and that she's okay. She's in a good place. She's in heaven. So.
Oh.
What'd she say?
She said she was murdered by her ex.
Shit. All right. Well, this is super interesting to me because I am now like doing a lot of research around people who are getting in bad relationships and having that come back on them. And maybe that's why she's saying it's not her fault, but she contributed. She's sorry. I think that her people probably told her a lot, like, you should get out. Wow. But she's okay. She's in heaven. She's learning and she's growing and she can help. Wow. That's a hard one, you guys. I get that. And I get that that is a thing that is, common in today's society, that shit, we have domestic violence. I'm really, really passionate about that right now. So I'm going to be as fair as possible. Let's go to the next one. God bless you, Diana, and your niece. Adrienne, Grandma Rose. Okay. Okay. So Adrienne wants to talk about her Grandma Rose. So I'm going to ask about that. Here's what's coming through. I think that this is where people would go, like, sure, if you saw a lot of roses, that would make sense. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of gold. I think she's a really powerful woman, not super tall, but loves gold jewelry. The color gold is coming through super strong for her. And so and that she would want to put that in everything that she thought was important. I feel a little bit of weird energy in trying to swallow, but I also feel a little bit lower down energy in kind of organ stuff. So she's telling me that one thing led to another, but that initially it was like, okay, I'm not swallowing well, and then and I think she also passed from something that people would not think of it, but would attribute it to something else. Like, okay, maybe they thought she would have lung cancer or esophagus cancer, but no, she had lower GI tract or She's also showing me something about the number 12, and I think that has to do with December and a bunch of flowers. So let me know if that makes sense to you. She, not just flowers, but this is a significant amount of flowers, like the whole garden. I know. And she's also saying that she had a weird thing with taste, or you do. Like maybe you ate something that tasted weird, or like when it hits my tongue, it's not according to what I just ate. It's kind of weird. The only thing I can think of about that is either COVID caused someone to taste weird, or that you have recently ate something that you thought was one thing and it tasted really weird. So let me know, Adriana, if that makes sense to you. But she's cool. She's in a garden of flowers. Like, she's in a great space. Okay. So Leslie wants to know about her boyfriend, Rusty. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay. Some of the energy that I'm feeling is kind of like taking off on a vehicle or motorcycle or fast pace thing. I get a little bit of weird pain in my shoulder and okay, I get a good looking young man. Please let me know if this makes sense. I think he's a good looking young guy. I think he's taken off on a motorcycle and that either he didn't expect this or something happened to the right shoulder, clavicle, that kind of thing. God, Rusty. Huh. What's weird about this is that he's telling you something almost like a home plan or something he wanted about home and house. We're going to do this. We're going to get these animals. We're going to, and then all of a sudden he would take off. Ow. It's also kind of hurting. So, and if there's anything to do with number 6, 12, maybe, but I don't think it's December. I think it's 12th of the month. And anything to the right shoulder blade or clavicle. I also feel like the regret is I thought that we would be kind of doing a specific family plan or thing. And the regret is that we couldn't pull it off. And that now you're kind of left with, all right, do I sort of go along with, what we planned, or do I rearrange everything? And really, I feel like he's saying he'll support what you want, and so will others. You're not alone, but I feel like you feel alone. All right, let me know if that makes sense. Let's move on. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Cecilia wants to know about Frank, her dad. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. This is kind of weird because I feel like Frank's a pretty free spirit, like does what he wants and goes where he wants. And I feel like I'm almost kind of stuck in the previous reading. But that Frank would be okay with that. Like he's going like, it's more important to establish and support the family grievances and things that are going on than what I'm doing. But now that he says that, I kind of want to say that might be a advice to you. If you're wondering about what, and I kind of think this might be the thing, if you're wondering about whether or not should I stop and pay all this attention to honoring people who passed, or attention to things that are going on currently, I think that might be the advice. Like, let's take care of the family now and all those other things later. So, Cecilia, I have a feeling that either now or very soon, there's going to be a lot of like family current events accomplishments, birthdays, graduations, and you're kind of wondering, like, how can I do it all? Like, put everything else on the back fence and then do your current family. But I also had a little weird feeling about someone who might have had a heart issue. Let me know if Frank did. And if anyone else is worried about following in those footsteps, which I don't think they will, but I think they might be worried about it. Okay.
Can we remind people just to let us know that they're still on? Because if not, we'll just kind of.
Yeah. So you guys, the fact that so many other people are really wanting readings, it's really important that you kind of follow up and let us know that you're still here and that anything about what I'm talking about is making sense to you. If it's not, let us know that too, and we'll move on. But Spirit comes through with the intention of really wanting to validate. And I know that a lot of people come on because even if they don't get a reading, they want to know that it's real or loved ones can be around. So please either validate specifically what I've said or let us know you're here. Okay. All right, let's move on. My little nephew went like way down the hallway. Mom Sherry for Laura. Okay. Okay. So like her. So Laura, let us know you're still here. But I got to tell you, I think your mom is here really strong. All right. And either you or she used to make clothes. Maybe not something to the level of selling them in stores, but make things. She liked that. I do feel like she might have passed young, but I also feel like she's telling you that she left a full life. Laura, let us know if you're still here and if this makes sense. She says that I super like her energy, and there's a lot of ocean or water around her energy. So either she liked to swim or she lived near the ocean or something about that. And go on.
Okay, she's here. No, but other people are saying, I'm here. But Laura, she's on.
Okay, Laura, thank you. Please let us know if that makes sense, if you live near the ocean or if your mom did. Because what she's showing me looks like really pretty clear water and very much a part of everyday life. Right. Okay. And then this really cool kind of either making jewelry or clothes. I gotta tell you, the one thing I feel like she wants to tell you the most is that she was actually pretty happy up until right the end. And I think that a lot of people think that their loved ones struggled or diminished or whatever, but her energy, and she's tapping him on the head, which is weird. And so she's not shy. And she was happy, and she still is. And she wants you to live that out. I do feel like she passed prematurely because when I feel her energy, it's not very old, but I still feel like there's so much more to do. Okay. And if that makes sense to you, let us know. All right. Did Laura?
She said, yeah, her mom used to make clothes when she was little, and that she liked the ocean, but she didn't live near it, and she made jewelry too.
Okay. So your mom's saying that I think she is now enjoying her best life by the ocean. Like, that's what I'm saying. And making things for people. She's okay. Oh, she says, oh, Laura, she wants to pull you back from investing into something that you don't feel right about, whether that's a person and their dreams or what they want to do. She is trying to pull you back from that. Like, you know, within your heart and soul, that's not right for you. So put your energy and your investment into what feels right by you. Uh, and it feels a little bit like it'll feel sticky, like, but if I don't, they're going to get mad. Who fucking cares? Like, she wants to pull that back for you. Okay. Okay. She gave me a thumbs up on that. All right. Holly, Brother Perry. So, I'm going to ask for Perry. Holly, let us know if you're still on. I do feel, So rather than thinking there's like a young man here named Perry, there's a older gentleman energy that brings him through. And the older gentleman feels like it's a family member, probably passed when he was like 70 or 80, early 80. He doesn't feel old and decrepit. He feels like old and strong and wise. And he's bringing Perry through. Like, I think this is somebody possibly that took him on or took him in to help him. I'm hearing the number 6, which I think is June, but also again the number 11, which I think is November. Right. So I almost feel like Perry is so much evolved from when he passed that other people have to tell me about him. And that I don't even think I would be able to describe him because I think he's evolved. But this older man, I can. He has a goatee or a narrow face and beard and mustache. Okay. I think he's very much involved with Perry, like his grandfather, or yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the right generation. Also feel like I want to rain down drops on you that feel soft and cool and like feathers or something. What is this? Okay. I think it has to do with feathers. Let me know if Perry, either birthday or past June 6th of the month, or if that has to do with you, Holly. But okay. What's weird about this is I feel like when you lost him, that you felt alone, and that at the same time you lost a grandparent, possibly this older man that I'm seeing, and you're thinking, well, why should I lose both my brother and my grandfather? But in spirit, I feel like that is because that boy or young man needed him. And so an explanation of why they had to go is so they could be together. Okay. Let me know if 6 or June of the month. And again, people, let us know you're still on because other people want to come on. If you're not, I want to move on to other people. But I do want to, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Kelly. She was on. She said that it sounds like our grandpa for sure. And then she just said, I'm sure about June, but I have a feather tattoo in honor of him.
And I will show you.
My brother was 60.
Okay. So I will show you that. Show me the feather tattoo. Yeah. And so you guys, I just want you to know that your loved ones still love you and they're still around you and they see what you do in honor of them. So so perfect. He's with your grandfather. All right. Thank you so much, Holly. All right. Kelly Creek says my son Jordan or my daughter. Okay, first of all, you lost a son and a daughter. Okay. So all of us on here have to just send you love. So your son Jordan and daughter Jessica. Okay. Let me look. please, again, let us know, Kelly, that you're still on, and let us know if anything that comes through makes sense. Huh. I do feel like the two were okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So there is another female in spirit that doesn't feel super old, who seems in charge of them. Maybe a god, godmother or spirit guide, but um she's talking about how they really had to be together. So and she's talking about two other times that you tried or maybe had miscarriage or whatever. Like there was two other kind of dual examples. So that could be like twins, or I kind of feel like they tried to come through at one point. Okay. One of them seems to be super artistic. And they're showing me like all kinds of examples on the wall. I'm not sure if that's Jordan or Jessica. Maybe Jordan, because I feel like she's here and he's showing me all kinds of like either drawings and maybe that had to do with them together. But he appreciates the entire artistic, complete, like honoring of them. So let me know if that makes sense to you. If they pass relatively close, because I feel like they had to go together, and that and who's this Jordan? Jordan's doing a lot of the talking. Not sure why, but I also feel like you had a dream about him, and he showed you a couple of examples of being in heaven and what can be done, but also a really weird pit or pond or something that had to do with earth and a lower ground. And he's showing me that I kind of feel like it's water. It's kind of weird. I've never quite seen that before. Let me know if that makes sense to you, if you're here. Has she responded?
She is here. She says that I guess she had a miscarriage at some point. She says, my son died at 3 months. And then she says, no, to, I don't know what it was. I lost her 2 years ago. And then, I lost him 27 years ago.
Okay. So they weren't close together. Ugh. But even though you're, years wise, Jessica seems to have died much later than Jordan. I do feel like because they're both your kids, and there is I'm still seeing like a really close connection, like 3 months. Let me know what months they passed in. And if Jessica had something to do with it looks like a lake or a body of water, or if you lived by that at the time. And that, unfortunately, even though they pass long apart, they have to be together. And that will give you the strength to get through this, because they're fine. They're okay. Oh, Jessica's telling me something about music. Was there a song written about her? Okay. And that when you hear that, or when you know that, you'll know that she's with Jordan. All right. Let us know if that makes sense. Let's go on to the next, see what's going on. Oh. Okay, y'all. I'll be honest. I know Denise Mooney. I haven't seen you in a long time. I miss you. I love you.
I didn't even realize it was Denise.
You didn't even know that? I know. It's so random. I love you, Denise Mooney. I remember I knew you when your mom passed, or right after. So I'll be honest about that, but I have not heard or done a reading for Denise in probably, I don't know, at least 2 years. So, okay.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
go
Can I
ahead.
tell you something really quick?
Yeah.
That Kelly Crick,
So
she just said, "Oh my God, I made a song with my daughter's voice in it."
I knew it. Okay. So just know that she knows that and loves it and is around you all the time and is with your son Jordan. And they're okay. They're okay. I'm sorry that you have to spend so many years on the earth without them, but they're okay. They'll wait for you. When you guys finally do go into spirit, it might be decades, but when you see your loved ones again, it'll feel just like a minute. And Denise, I'm not overlooking this, but hang with me. Um, when my sister was sick and she was in the hospital, she had to go to a assisted living, like a convalescent hospital. And so everybody else in there was older, and she was in her 50s. But she was so sick and she had lived there a long time. So because she needed long-term care, she had to go to this convalescent hospital. Well, one day, when my dad was sick, he was well enough to go visit, but we knew he had cancer. Um, we went there. And my brother, my little brother, who's 11 years younger than me, he was there. And he's a nurse, very practical minded. He's like, okay, I need to know more about your gift. And we're standing in my sister's hospital. And he says to me, well, does spirit show up at like the graveyard? And I'm like, no, they're not going to like follow their body to the graveyard and hang out there. Like, no, if spirit's anywhere with that has to do with anything about how they passed, they'd be at the hospital where they passed. And he goes, what do you mean, like here? And I looked down the hallway and I saw a group of people outside a hospital room in spirit waiting for their loved one to pass, and another one down that hallway. And I said to him, yeah, there's two groups of people waiting for their loved ones to pass. And there's a bunch of them, and it's all full of love. So I know that down that hallway, someone is going to pass probably within the next 24 hours, and they're going to walk right into the arms of their loved ones and down that hallway too. And he said, what about Roxy's room, my sister? Like, no, luckily nobody's outside her room yet, but that's what they do. They will come and wait. And so Jordan and Jessica are together. They're together. And even though it's on our terms, years apart, they just feel like siblings. Like they're together like siblings. No time has passed. So, you guys, Spirit has a very different way of looking at that. We're here on earth to learn the lessons that we came to learn, as many years as it takes, and then we're going to go. But once you're there, you're going to realize a year, 2 year, 3 year doesn't mean anything. What means something is your connection to your loved ones. So they're together and they're good. Okay, Denise, I'm so glad you're here. In fact, I was thinking about you the other day and thinking about a lot of my old clients and people since COVID that I haven't been connected with, and just wondering how you guys are doing. So let's look for your mom. One of Denise's first readings showed me about her mom. Okay. Okay, this is weird because you have spent, okay, I think your mom's here, and you have spent so much time working on the house, revamping it, like doing the yard. But now I feel like you're in a different place or you're selling it. So I feel like she's telling me like she's really proud of the new place or sale or something like that. Okay, yeah. And even though you've spent a lot of time in the past being super kind to people and almost to a fault where people took advantage of you. She's really proud of the deals you're making now and the progress you're making now. So I'd be really curious to know, are you selling the house or moving? Because she's really happy about your, and I feel like it's kind of big and it's okay to let go of it. Like she's okay. And then so she seems okay with that, but also I want to say that I feel like maybe you're dealing with a stomach thing or a kind of a medical thing that might have to do with looking further into it. And please don't ignore your own health. Let me know if that makes sense to you. And I feel like she's also going like something about 3, 4, 5. So it has to do with either, again, like numerically, like months, like that could be March, April, May, or something else that has to do with 3, 4, 5. Right. Okay. Oh, she's just super happy. And there's someone new coming into your life that she's really happy about and seems super healthy. Okay, let me know if that makes sense.
Denise said she was at the doctor's today.
Oh, don't ignore that. Let's get well. All right. Did she say anything about selling the property or mom's
She
house?
said that she's not selling. It's too much work.
Oh, okay. Not selling, it's too much work. Huh. Okay. Well, I guess the only way that I can interpret that, Denise, is that if you want to sell, but you think it's too much work, she'll help you, but you should do what you want. If you want to stay and keep it, fine. But if the property is too much work and you want to go, she'll help you. Like, do what you want, not what you think she would want or you think you should do for her. So take care of these medical issues. I think they're not, chronic, or there's nothing that's going to take you down. It's going to be moved through. Okay. All right. I love you. I'm so happy you came on. All right, guys, let's see who else is here. Kate says Uncle Bob. All right, Kate. Let me look. Uncle Bob. So what's a little bit weird about this is that I'm not seeing a significant kind of Uncle Bob older person that I would expect to come through, but I see a baby. And like people in spirit are more concerned or focused on the children in the family and what's going on there. So literally, like, the only thing I'm feeling about Uncle Bob is a slight smell of tobacco. But if you or someone in your family is struggling with the choice about a baby, and it feels like a little girl, and I feel like it might be a little bit extended, so like a niece, nephew, Bob. I just feel concerned about the baby. So like everybody in spirit is trying to make sure that there's enough energy and love and whatever for this one to come through. And I'm even seeing like streams of what looks like celebration or, red, white, blue, or some ribbons coming down, but it's all about a little baby. Huh. So, there's also a little pain in my tooth right here, and I think that has to do with you. I don't feel it. I can't see him. I can't describe him. I just feel like there's concern about someone else in spirit or in living. Huh. Okay. So I also feel like I want to tell you that This summer, everything is like lighthearted, everything's good, like don't worry, but maybe the birth of a baby or the idea of a baby coming into the family is overshadowing, but I feel a really sort of distant vibration when I say the name Uncle Bob, and I'm not getting a whole lot. Sorry about that. Sorry. But let me know if you have anything going on with your tooth or the right side of your mouth. Okay. Who else? Tamara, best friend Chelsea. Okay. All right, Tamara, I will ask for Chelsea to come in. CHE. Okay. And also, Lisa, let me know if any of that or anybody says anything about, what I've said.
Okay, well, the girl you just read, she said that, yes, I guess he was a smoker, but I haven't seen anything else.
It's the tooth thing that I'm, okay. Okay, Chelsea.
And Tamara is here.
Okay. Okay, so Tamara, the biggest thing that I'm feeling about Chelsea is, to me, sounds like a cheer, very enthusiastic sort of cheer or a song, or like a high vibration, really like, I'm here, rah, rah, like really, I almost want to say it's kind of a cheer. I was a cheerleader in school, so I would recognize a cheer. I feel like it's a cheer. And then, okay. And she does say that a lot of her personal things she would sort of hide behind a facade, and that she would portray a cheerful outcome. Kind of want to ask you if she has either 2 siblings or 2 brothers, or if she's 1 or 2 and she has a brother, but she's talking about 2 and then 1. And then there's some super cool music that I think was either played at her service or dedicated to her that I want to acknowledge, and that it feels almost like, as she's showing me the cheerfulness, this feels sad. This feels like I want to choke on this. Right. Having said that, I also want to say that she's kind of showing me like your attempt to try to eat super fibrous food or a lot of vegetables right now are almost like, yeah, you're going to kind of choke on. So let me know if any of that makes sense to you.
Yes. These said, yes, 2 brothers and a sister. She had a zest for life, and you're right on with the music.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that you have thought about or are leaning toward eating like much more keto or veggies or whatever. And she's like, yeah, you go ahead, choke on that. I'm going to eat my chocolate. She loves chocolate. Holy shit. She really loves chocolate. Oh my God, she's standing right here with me. And she is really, really full of life. Like she doesn't believe in minimizing life for the sake of doing what's other people are telling you to do. She wants you to do what you feel is right. She does feel like you did give up something early on, a dream you had or something you would have been good at. And I feel like that has to do with a screen, like some kind of showmanship, like maybe acting or screen or something, but that you would have been really good at it and that you gave that up and you had your family and they're great. But now that now you really need to chase your dreams because she wished she would have continued to chase hers. I don't feel anything in my body with how she passed. I only feel like she's saying, like, since she's realizing life is so short, you should be chasing your dreams. Don't let anything stop you. Don't let, because even having kids or even, and so I'm feeling like there's two and then one, like maybe a half or stepson or something like that. That you will show them that they can too live out their dreams. You're a good mom, you're a good friend, you're a good, like you must have been getting a little bit of feedback about not being good enough, but she totally wants to validate your. Oh, the only thing she's saying is that I feel like you're the car on the right front tire. Something's going on with that. So if you have front wheel brakes, check out that one, but something weird about that. Okay. She's great. She loves you. She's fine. She's in spirit. You'll see her again one day, but not for a long, long time. Okay. Go ahead. So Lauren wants to know about her mom, Rhonda. Okay, Lauren, let me ask for Rhonda. Rhonda likes my cards. I have my cards right here, but since we're doing spirit reading, I didn't bring them out. She likes them. She wants to do them. So maybe that she has something to do with either wanting a reading or giving readings, but she likes that idea. Sometimes when I connect with people in spirit, first of all, Lauren, let us know you're still here. And then anything that makes sense, please, if you're validating something, be specific. But sometimes when I connect with certain people, I feel like what they do is they run into either their old teachings about what should be life or what you're doing that's typical. But I know that she believes that you have a certain dream that you want to go for, and that's kind of not typical or not considered, conventional, and that she would really want you to go for that. And I don't know if you're one of three, if you have three, but she's showing me three tiny little flowers, which to me looks like three little daughters or three little girls. But and she's like, thumbs up, done, 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 like let them like do dreams. Okay. I don't feel anything in my body necessarily, but I feel like there's something to do with the heart and breast that she's bringing me to. And then it sort of, it almost feels like I just want to put my hand there and push down. Like, okay, doesn't feel painful though. So I'm not really sure, like what that's about. All right. Let me know if any of that makes sense. If you know what the three flowers are, or if you are kind of diminishing your dreams, but you really do have some. Oh, and she's going 1, 2, 3. So I think a lot of us do that, but then our loved ones come back and she's kind of like, I almost feel like she's saying you could grow an entire field of flowers, but unless you're doing your dream and what you want, it doesn't matter. And so then she shows me the 1, 2, 3.
She said she couldn't breathe. She was filling up with fluids.
Okay, that's a chest.
Oh, so, and she says, I have 2 daughters and 2 boys.
Okay. So that's 4. Maybe the 2 daughters and her are the 3, but there's one more thing that I'm missing about bringing the dreams to life and doing what you want to do. So if you haven't done it, Lauren, you gotta face it. All right, there's another thing about 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm thinking it's like 3, 6, 9. Ouch. My hips hurt a little bit, like I'm supposed to get work on that or surgery or something. So okay. Okay. And she likes my cards. So either she's encouraging you to get more readings or you should do it yourself or something about the cards. Huh. I just am concerned about the girls because I feel like the boys are fine. They're getting all the messages that they need to move on and do what they want to do. But I feel like the girls are a little bit confused about, the messages that are sent to them. And maybe they want to get more. I'm still going to tell you again about the 3 flowers. I'm seeing that pretty clearly. I feel a little bit of pain in my back right in between my shoulder blades. So I think that might be something that you might want to look at and not ignore. Okay.
She said, I need to go back to the doctor for my hips and back.
Okay.
I did see in some other posts that she did say that she had to make the decision to pull her mom off the ventilator and it was horrible. So she wants to know if she's just at peace.
She's totally at peace. Oh my gosh. That's probably what I felt about the breathing. You know what? Totally the right decision. You let her go and she's so much more vibrant and herself in spirit and can be a much better part for you and your kids and your life. So yeah, good on you. Okay. Crystal, little brother Eric. Okay. So Crystal's hoping to hear from her little brother Eric. I'm asking for that. Eric. Come on. So first of all, Crystal, let us know you're here. I don't actually think that I'm feeling Eric, but I'm going to tell you what I am feeling. I feel like a very solid wall of people, and they do feel male, but not, I don't think Eric, because that to me would feel like a younger male, unless there was something to do with swimming or water. All these people feel like they're on vacation, they're around water, and they feel like older male figures. But I think they're in spirit, so I don't think it's necessarily telling me about Eric. And I feel like they're in spirit. I almost feel like there's like a vacation vibe, like, like Las Vegas or something else, but I'm feeling water. So, yeah, I don't feel like I'm feeling Eric. Come on, Eric. Well, let me know if you're still here. Let me know if you have other older male figures that had to do with being on vacation and being around water.
She's here, but I don't see anything.
I'm just not feeling anything that fits with what I think would be her brother. Like, come on, Eric. Sorry, guys. I don't even feel like I'm seeing a younger male or a youngerish male at all. I'm seeing these older dudes that have to do with being in Vegas or being somewhere on vacation, and I feel like I can't swallow and I feel like I'm around water. So, Crystal, if you're here, even though I'm not quite connected with your brother, if you know older male figures in your family, like uncles, anything to do with Vegas, water, throat ish, nope, I don't think I'm connecting with him at all. I'm so sorry. Sometimes, okay, they're still talking to me like everybody the older males are. Sometimes, you guys, people want like a private reading. And so they'll show me things that maybe have to do with the family, but not necessarily the person you want to connect with. And that's why I do like 15-minute readings, 30-minute readings. If you want to kind of connect there, I'm sorry, Crystal. I just don't think this is your brother. I'm looking at, your profile picture and I'm thinking this can't possibly, this is older male, much older, 60s, 70s, or something to do with vacation or Vegas and water, like pools. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Another one. You ready?
Yep. Okay, Kathy, is my daughter Andrea here tonight? Okay, so Kathy wants to know about her daughter Andrea. All right. I hear a young woman, I think she's grown, but she's yelling at me, yes, yes, yes. She's coming to me from behind. She's, so Kathy, let me know you're still here. And is your daughter grown? And
she's here. She's here.
She has light color hair, and she's coming through like really strong, but also very apologetic. There's also something to do with the number 2. Either she has 2 kids or being one of 2. So, and also that you're having to take care of a lot more than you would have. She also seems like there's a little bit of taking on responsibility, but I don't feel like this is suicidal. I just feel like she's owning something. And she's also taking off a necklace and handing it to you. So let me know if you have a necklace or something that belonged to her like that. And she's saying, I have it, or you have it, or she's giving it to you. Ugh.
She said she was the second child.
So I feel like she's apologizing, but I also feel like this is not necessarily an intentional thing, like an accidental thing, but she's taken some responsibility and it left you guys devastated. And she's so sorry about that. And I don't think I'm the first person that she's come through to try to tell you, I'm right here. I'm right here. I think you've either sensed it or dreamt it or somebody or reached out. She's like, yeah, I've been here the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I feel like there's candles lit. So I also feel like okay, go ahead.
Kathy also said, I wear her necklace.
Yep, that's her. And she's like, thank you for the candles that you light, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or something that has to do with honoring. And that she's so sorry because I feel like you've just been devastated by this and you've had to pull yourself together to be there for others. And the only way you can do this is to try to like show ritual of some sort. She also was very concerned about your lower back or your husband's lower back, but somebody's got a couple of vertebrae not right that need to be addressed. Don't ignore what you need because you're so grieving the loss or still having to deal with so many other people. But yeah, there's something going, and she's butterflies are really big for her, and that she tries so much to show you that, but it's difficult. She's not quite she's go on.
She said that her husband, Kathy's saying, my husband is having back surgery.
Yeah. So this is so hard for you to deal with because you're still dealing with a loss and you're having to focus on this.
Oh my God. Huh. She just said the orange butterfly comes out all the time.
Yeah. That's her way of saying she's okay. You deal with life now. She's okay. She's okay. And even though this might have been not have been intentional, she's taken some responsibility. She's so sorry. It's going to be there for you whenever you need it. And she knows that the family needs your care right now. and need your focus. So, her big thing is don't feel like you're dishonoring me because you have to focus on them. And that's what I think your dilemma is. If you're focused on your family and you're okay, you're present, does that mean you don't care and love? No, she gets it. You're okay. You'll have a time where you can grieve her and focus on that loss. But right now, your family needs you and she loves you and she's there for you. And she's going to continue to send you love and energy. Okay. Thank you so much, Kathy. Yeah. Okay, you guys, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming through. And I'm going to give you a discount code right now so that you can book your services. You're going to get a 15% off. And even though you're going to get a discount, I guarantee all my services. So Facebook Live and today's date, April 19th, FBLIVE 0419. So when you book, it'll ask you put a code. Put that code in and you're going to get your 15% off. I'm going to be at Finch next Monday night, which I think is the 25th, right? And that's at 6:00, and that's in Wildemar. And I'll be doing random readings for people in the audience. And you'll get another discount code if you come that night. Bring your friends, bring people who, I know this is a tough time. I know we're all dealing with gas prices and stuff, but you can't put a price on your loved ones and healing them. So please bring people. Finch is an amazing restaurant. They have great food and fabulous bartender. And I love they always have good appetizers and salads, which I promise I'm going to be good and do that. And again, that's going to be next Monday night on April 25th in Finch, in Wildemar, and it starts at 6. You're going to find all the information on my Facebook page or website. So my website is Kelly McClure, psychicmedium.com. Facebook is Psychic Medium Kelly McClure. You guys don't fall for the scammers. People pretend to be me all the time. And by the way, they usually use my old pictures, which have my blonde hair, which I might get back soon. I am going to book with a new hairstyle, I think, who might be doing my, I don't know what to do. My hair is a mess. But I might go blonde again. I don't know what to do. Yeah, we're going to do that. What I really want to do also is that I'm working a lot on helping people heal from bad relationships, narcissistic relationships. And I think that our Centire is probably our best healing tool. So if you're interested, let us know. I think we should create a whole new Centire group. Centire is an emotional healing expression that can really, really bring your healing up to a whole new level. So thank you guys for staying with us tonight. Use the code. Thank you so much. Love to you and your loved ones. Good night.